Okay, y'all, I'm back with another video. I'm not gonna do a SmackDown review because SmackDown was trash. Now, I'll speak on, the Brock Lesnar and R-Truth segment, which, not much to say. Basically, R-Truth is back to being a total idiot clown, and that fire that he had underneath him, WWE completely erased that. R-Truth is probably going to get released in a couple of months to a year. R-Truth not getting the title. He won't get any title. That he's done. Brock Lesnar rips his pants by accident doing the F5. And then he starts to show his ass to everybody. And I mean, it was stupid. Like, it was stupid. He went out there all heelish and then he ripped his pants, so he had to, I don't know, be baby face-ish, whatever. He's looking for John Cena. And this tells you how WWE creative sucks. So John Cena had his last match on SmackDown, his last appearance on SmackDown last week. So why in the hell would Brock Lesnar go to this SmackDown looking for John Cena when you clearly know John Cena is not going to be on SmackDown because that was his last appearance? That just shows how dumb creative is. Now, the rest of the SmackDown was shit, but, shout out to Julia because her attire is always fire. I'm not going to say she's paying homage to Hannah Kimura, but those braids and stuff, that was all Hannah Kimura's sort of inspiration when she was sort of being a heel a little bit. And I like that she's taking the Kabuki warrior, trend with it. Julia has some of the best attire, and Naomi's Proceed with Caution attire takes the top spot for WWE attires. Period. Next, the last thing I want to talk about, Jade versus Tiffany. That SmackDown Jade versus Tiffany match proved Jade is getting better. Jade was always good. I mean, she was champion in AEW. But I really wish they would have gave us sort of an ending to this match. Jade and Tiffany had great chemistry. I can see them in the future holding up the women's division. And I mean, man, you got to give props to Tiffany. Her in-ring experience now and her gymnastics background, it's helping her. Tiffany's not a light girl. You saw her versus Trish Stratus. Tiffany towers over Trish Stratus. I mean, Tiffany, she ain't no linebacker or nothing, but she ain't weak either. If Tiffany was in WWE like early to late 90s, she would look like China. And then you look at her facing somebody like Jade. I mean, Jade is big too, but Jade is just pure muscle. I mean, their reversal game, their technician game, their submission game, they not afraid to take bumps. I mean, I want to see Jade versus Tiffany in the future. I mean, wait till we get Jade, Tiffany, and, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte. We get all of them in like an elimination chamber, war games. even non-hardcore stuff. I mean, that was a better match than the match they had at SummerSlam. I'm not sure what the hell they did at SummerSlam. I don't know what that was. If I had to guess, I think maybe Jade versus Tiffany at SummerSlam was cut short for time. Maybe Roman and them went over too long. Something happened, because that was not a good match. I mean, it was okay, but it felt rushed. I mean, it was like 6 minutes and that was it. I'm not going to say SmackDown Jade versus Tiffany was a 5-star match, but it was definitely 3 stars. 3 to 3.5 stars. And I'm glad it was a count out and not a DQ from Nia Jax. Nia Jax entering this match, I mean, we don't want to see Nia versus Tiffany again, but I would like to see a Jade versus Nia Jax, but not in a full-blown story. Maybe I could see this being a triple threat. I actually would be okay with that. Tiffany, Jade, and Nia can put on a show if they're in a match together. Will it be Bianca, Rhea, and Io worthy? I doubt it, but don't sleep on those 3 wrestlers. I think they can give us something good. Jade is strong. Tiffany is actually strong too. Don't play with Tiffany. Tiffany is actually strong. Nia Jax is actually strong. Leave it to Tiffany to do all the high flying stuff. I mean, that moonsault she took when she jumped backwards out of the ring, she did hit her head, but she didn't land on her head. She actually landed on her heels, and kind of the momentum still kind of flipped her back. So hopefully Tiffany okay. I mean, she got in the ring, finished it up, but I mean, I think she tried to land on her feet and then just kind of kneel into it, and she overshot it a little bit. I don't know if Jade was supposed to catch her or not, but I would always prefer to be safe, just catch her. Man, but I think Survivor Series is coming up, and I think we're going to get Jade, Tiffany, and Nia Jax in a triple threat match, and that's going to go hard. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. What y'all think. Rate Jade versus Tiffany SmackDown versus Jade and Tiffany at SummerSlam. What match did y'all prefer? Peace.